if it doesn't go well, it can't go that bad.
No, that's awesome.
Not
I
like
think it's gonna go great.
Amanda, what's like the biggest trout that you pulled in on one of those Tenkara?
Oh, over 16 inches. A trout? Over 16, yeah. My buddy, Derek, he actually just caught, you mentioned muskie. I mean, the muskie, I'll send you a picture. It was ginormous on a fixed line. I don't even know. He told me what he was fishing with. I don't know what he was fishing with, but he literally caught a muskie, and I almost shit myself when I saw the pictures. Because I'm fishing in tiny mountain streams, so if I catch a bigger trout, it's because it traveled up there to go, drop its little eggs or something. But
Yeah, it blows my mind. Like to get the bite, I get it, but to get it in, like.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Because you can't let any line out, right? So it's
I just think, when it comes to weight, like, because I run, 7-weight rods for the most part. Is it the same with Tenkara? They have different weight sizes, or is it just?
So they have they call them like tippet ratings, and they have Tenkara is a type of fixed line fishing. So fixed line fishing could be anything, right? Tenkara is for specifically mountain streams, but they literally make carp rods for these ginormous, huge carp.
I was telling you, Amanda, I saw a video of people catching tuna with fixed line.
Oh yeah.
Just a big rod with a 12-foot line, and they're just
yeah.
taking them out.
And I mean, you have to really have some muscles to get those in.
To be honest, in my area, I don't think I'm pretty confident I haven't met one single person ever with a Tenkara around here.
Oh no, even in America, it only came to America 12 years ago. What was that?
It's a European thing, I'd assume.
Yeah, even in Italy, they have their own form of fixed line fishing. I mean, they'll string along I forget what it's called. They'll put five flies on the line and just have it go down, and
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I mean, it's an art. There's an art to fixed line fishing, and that's why I prefer fixed line fishing over, or saying quote unquote fixed line fishing. But I mean, Tenkara, I do Tenkara because I do like mountain streams and the high gradient streams and bouncing over boulders with David through Vermont.
That was fun. What I really like about it is how compact it is. I think I'm used to just the American fly fishing way more, so I'm just more used to it. But I love the idea of just having a Tenkara rod in your car all the time, and where you can just fish wherever you are.
Your car, you're ready eventually.
Oh yeah, I mean literally all you do is you open your rod and you're ready to fish within a minute.
Yeah.
Awesome. You just find it. You're oh, that creek looks nice, and you fucking pull over and fish.
I have broken down rods in the back of my car, so I'm kind of a Tenkara fisher.
Hell yeah!
When I met up with Amanda, I was oh yeah, I got myself a Tenkara rod. I'll show you.
This is a good story.
Was on there, whatever, and then I showed it to her. She's oh wow, it's really stiff. And then when she actually looked into it, it's a freaking shrimping rod.
For prawn, for fish, like little shrimp.
I was what?
Yeah, for prawn. It's a prawning rod.
Don't they just eat yeah?
Yep, you fish with shit on the end of the line. No, but you got it at this cute little Asian market, right? You went into this fishing.
When I was in Taiwan, it was a great experience, but I wish it was a Tenkara rod.
When I felt it, I was wow, this is really heavy. It shouldn't be this heavy.
Right. Why is it heavy for prawns?
Well, you said there's two different butt caps. You said you put on the weighted one. So I don't know if it helps with the leverage. I have no idea. I don't prawn. I don't know anyone that does prawn.
Some big ass prawns.
A rod. So when you catch one shrimp and you're
yeah, I got this. You're holding it up and it's this little thing in your hand.
It's Like, is that bait? What's happening?
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, make it look so much bigger. You fit it all the way across the screen. That's awesome.
Come on now. That's the one thing that I have a tough time doing with on these is like getting the proper pressure, because I use paper clips for the most part, but most of them are all glued up by now.
Yeah.
What do I got around here? Let's try things. Yeah, this part's not very exciting though, because now I have to let it sit for. I mean, some people say you can do a couple hours. On the bottle, it says 24 hours for the best, so I kind of just go with that just to be sure. It's like it took a while.
So what is this fly called that you're tying?
It's just a deer hair bass popper.
Gotcha.
So we just call them poppers, essentially.
Sure.
It's the same as like conventional fishing poppers, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
Imitating anything from a frog to a dying fish, anything that's on the surface and struggles.
Yeah. So it could be me. I struggle also while swimming. So
Yeah, but that's her. That's just the rough cut, so I'll clean it up tomorrow, and then you end up with something a little more like something like that.
no, that's awesome. I mean, at least you could take it off and let it dry and like continue to tie or whatever.
Oh yeah. I just pop it off and throw it on this. I got this little board behind me that has like 800 paper clips on it.
Really?
The cats don't bother anymore, but I used to have to like cover it with a mesh sheet because my cats would come up and just start like whacking shit.
Oh, I freaking bet.
I don't need them to get touched.
I mean, you're essentially giving them a toy. Like you made them a toy.
It isn't much different from one of those things that you like put on the end of the stick and dance it around for a cat. You know?
Right. That's awesome. Do you have many cats?
My fiance has 2 cats, so we have 2 cats. I'm more of a dog guy. I like pit bulls. I've had a couple pit bulls in my life. I have a
Gotcha.
little Lucifer. I don't know where she is. I had a little pit bull, and then when I was in New York, we rescued a little street mutt there, and she's just insane, but she's fun. For a while too, with he was beating up my pit bull really, really bad. Like my pit came from, she used to be a bait dog.
Oh,
So,
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been through some stuff, but she's a good dog. I don't know where they are. I feel a little nervous. Did I put them outside and forget about them? Oh,
So do you always fish with your poppers, Brandon?
no. I mainly like, I do a lot of game changers, and maybe I might have something around. Most of my shit's in my boxes in the car, but I fish with a lot of like game changers and like segmented flies, or even just like dungeons, like sex dungeons and stuff. But this time of year, when you get into the dog days, when fishing's really hard,
Yeah.
dog, which is always fun, but I wish I lived somewhere like southern states. If you live in the southern states, you can fish with poppers.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, in December they catch on them, right? So
Yeah.
it's a bit different for us here. Just it's also really, a lot of people think like the hits are extremely aggressive, but it's actually quite, in my opinion, like no, buddy, my dog's name is Lucifer.
That's awesome.
I care, but it's a very aggressive take, but it's a very slow way of fishing. Like you pop it and you sit and you wait for like all those ripples to dissipate and disappear, and you pop it one more time. Each cast takes like, if you do it right, the way I may not do it right, but the way I do it and I catch fish, it's like upwards of like 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes.
Gotcha.
So it gets extremely frustrating and boring sometimes as
Sure, yeah.
But when
It works.
it works, yeah. You get in on them though, like at least in my area, these poppers will just land on the water, and the second they land, fish will just fly out of the water grabbing them.
Right. That's wild. Someone else said their cat's name is Lucifer. I don't know how to say their name. Something idiot. Esox idiot.
Oh yeah, that's a boy right there. Oh, your cat's name is Lucifer. Okay, I thought you asked if my dog. Yeah, no, my dog's name is. We call her Lulu, but yeah, her name is Lucifer.
Cool.
This guy is another like a musty boy. He ties giant flies. I'm talking like, it's like, what's the biggest fly you tied? Like 19 inches, probably 17.
Holy, are you kidding me?
He ties flies bigger than the fish I catch.
just a lot of honesty. Just a lot of honesty.
Oh yeah, I like a lot. I'm not a fisherman stuff, like keeping secret. I mean, you find a honey hole that someone shows you. Obviously, you don't tell people about that. But
Oh yeah.
just to say, like, I was fishing that nice hole, and I came to the corner. It was about a 5-minute walk, and there were a bunch of like, probably 14, 15-year-olds fishing, and
Yeah.
they all were catching a hit. They all looked depressed. So I was like, boys, just go down there. There's lots of fish, you know? I'm not secret of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Tell the right people, and they start, like, when it comes to salmon and stuff like that, then it's a little tough. People keep fish when they're not supposed to. Like, we're not allowed to keep salmon at all.
Sure.
But people do it. So you got to tell the right people. Bass, I don't care. And our river is full of blue-green algae, which is super, super poisonous.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if people catch them.
David, what are you doing in the background there? What are you look like a little like he's like in the background like
I changed from hooks to needles. I'm making a wallet.
This is like in Santa's workshop.
I know. David the elf.
Hi, Jamie. Oh, my girlfriend just joined. Hi, Mimi.
Hi, girlfriend. Is she like in the other room?
No, I'm at the office.
Oh. Joining from the other room.
If he's ever in person and says I'm going to meet someone and comes back and says he hasn't been drinking, he's lying.
Oh, she knows. She knows.
Newsflash. No, I do appreciate you spending some time tying. And Brandon, thanks for just popping in. I love it.
I can probably only stay a few more minutes here, but of course, I like actually. It's nice to meet a part of the gang. So I feel like we're all a little family, and we don't chat enough. You know what I mean?
I know. Let's chat it up.
I'm down for that. We're gonna have to get you on the Gold 12-weight raw, throwing some 50.
I know. If David and I would have spent a little more time in Vermont, he was gonna like teach me. I've never even actually cast a fly like a Western fly rod in my life. So
Gosh.
I know. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. Not really. I'm not. I don't really care. I catch fish. I know I can catch fish. But who's recovering from COVID?
Oh, COVID, Jamie. That sucks.
Oh.
Hope you and your families are okay.
Hmm.
COVID's been a bitch.
We'll have to get you on the next live, Jamie.
Post-COVID.
COVID. I mean, what else do you do besides throw up and feel like shit? You tie, right?
Exactly. You die. That's right.
My fiance got COVID, and I didn't get it, but I was like, this is a 5-day vacation. I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Hasn't been a vacation for you, Amanda, has it?
What? COVID? No. I've literally, Brandon, I don't know if you know this. I'm an ICU nurse. I'm a cardiac ICU nurse. So I was like redeployed into the abyss, basically.
And you're feeling like you're about to die, essentially.
Yeah. Or wanting to, take out the masses who like pretended it wasn't real.
Oh, I got a pretty good buddy that didn't think it was real for a long time, and then boom, he got sick as fuck. Normally, I don't believe it. Like boom, boom.
Yeah. I mean, wake up, people. I don't know.
But that's a conversation for another day.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But
It's not even an argument anymore.
no, it's not. I'm just glad I'm able, and I just continued to do what I was doing, which was fish. You know,
Yeah.
like that's all I was doing anyway, even pre-COVID, wandering up into the woods and fishing.
It is tough though. Like I mean, I tie flies and I work in a wood shop, but I also work retail. And
Yeah.
man, I get people that like sneeze on me. And
Oh, sure.
I remember when it was really, really bad. I watched a dude pull down his mask and like cough gunk into his hand right next to me, and I was like, no, bro. Like, get away from it.
You're like, not today.
Yeah.
So I know you guys don't live close at all, and this is going to sound ignorant of me, but Brandon, where do you live? Like, I'm assuming you live west.
I live on the east coast of the country, pretty much not.
Oh, you live that like. Oh.
So, I know, you know what? I know exactly where Pennsylvania is, but you know, don't ask an American. We're New Brunswick.
Sure. No, see, if you say New Brunswick, I do know where New Brunswick is.
Okay, well that's where I live in the capital. Of New
Gotcha. I should have known that because David said you said actually like your in-laws or fiance's family lives that way, and he was telling me that story, so I should have known that. So I'm sorry, but I do know New Brunswick.
Which
I
is because there is fuck all here. There's nothing here. Like city, and I mean nothing's open past 2 a.m. You know,
Yeah, there's fishing though. There's fishing.
a lot of fishing. The St. John, like Ben, who just came on, is one of my buddies there, and
Yeah.
muskie and bass and stuff, and like it's really when it comes to fishing, there's nothing to complain about. You can fish. I mean, like muskie, stripers, smallmouth. There's some largemouth now. You can get every kind of trout. It takes a bit of drive, which I don't really like doing all that much.
Yeah.
But, we have a lot of opportunity. We have like shad runs, salmon run. I mean, I was just I had my bachelor party there last weekend, which is just my buddies fishing essentially.
Sweet, yeah.
we were on the Miramichi River, and that's like, it used to be, and it not so much anymore, but it used to be the river in the world to chase Atlantic salmon. Like, famous people would come all the time and stuff
That's
like
insane. Yeah.
Pretty cool. We didn't. I saw a few jump. Like one jumped actually. I was doing drifts. We were catching brook trout, but like nothing notable. And this massive mama of a salmon had them doing a drift. She shoots out of the water next to my fly. And honestly, that was the end of that day. I was like, I'm done. I'm not fishing anymore.
Because that was it. That was it. That was your day.
So upset, and but also in awe. Like, salmon really humbles you. It's like, if they don't want to take it, they're not going to take it. You can't force them to take it like a bass or something.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's tough, but it's fun.
So I haven't gotten my hands on any.
Next May if you can, and we'll definitely get you one. Like, I did my first salmon fishing ever, opening day in May, and I like a beast, like an actual beast. And I remember I was so excited. We got it in the net, we took the picture, I released it, I turned around and it threw up. My whole body was like, so fishing. They're like, come on, there's lots more here. And I was like, boys, I'm heading home. Like, I'm good.
I'm done.
I'm not a first guy. I just need like one pass a day in like 20 minutes or so. And I was like, I'm done. I'm going home. Like, I found what I came here for.
That's so funny. Well, you know, there's those people that are like numbers or their size or whatever.
I just like it though. My hands stink like shit by the time I leave. Like, that's.
You're like, it was a good sign.
A bit of fast thumb going on.
Yep.
Amanda, someone earlier was asking what you're tying.
I'm continuing to tie some of these tail tugger nymphs because
Gotta send them my way.
I do have to send them your way, but I also lose them in trees as well. So
You bring that up again?
I know. I'm sorry. I can't believe I only gave you one though. That's surprising.
Well, I might have lost a couple while we were
Oh, okay, good. All right. I couldn't remember.
I still have a bunch of the flies you gave me, but I have none of those beaded ones.
Yeah. Well, I think if I give you a few of the top water, and I don't know if they'll hit on those right now, but
Mainly like nymphs and dries, Amanda?
What do you throw streamers at all?
Mostly I fish with that Sakasa Kabar, like the reverse hackle. That's usually, and because it's fixed line, I can fish top, or I can fish dry or wet with those flies. But if I know it's like super hot and I see a huge hole, I'm gonna use this nymph. You know what I mean? Or if I see them jumping, surfacing, I'm gonna use my dry fly, my designated dry fly, whatever.
Never, but okay, like, I mean, amazing things about it, and a lot of dudes that I know that fish streamers, either streamers or nymphs, because it's the same kind of aggressive fishing.
Oh, sure.
It's just a ton of fun.
Yeah. I've enjoyed, like, I haven't been I really started getting into Tenkara like the past few years, but this past year is when I've really been like immersing myself in it. I've never, like I said, I've never even casted a Western fly rod. I was all spinning gear, right? I was all like Panther Martins and Meps and whatever.
Dog came from.
What's that? Oh yeah.
I raised on fly, but for the majority, I used to throw eggs and ground lumpers and stuff like that.
Yeah. And so when I really started, because I'm half Japanese, I wanted to get into something like my heritage, whatever. I just started researching Japanese, like fly fishing methods and stuff. And
so that where it originally comes from, it's like an Asian or
sure, yeah. I mean that was their commercial fishing, was Tenkara fishing. They'd go up into the mountains and just catch yamame and.
Yeah, I know that because if you ever watch stuff that has to do with like Japanese fishing or even some fishing, most of those old dudes have these giant poles with a fixed line.
That's it. Yeah, that's what Tenkara is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. How long is your rod that you use?
I use anything depending. Like if I was fishing in a spot with David, I have a 9'6" rod that I've learned to somehow get around the canopy. Like the green tunnel as we call it in the Appalachia.
Yeah.
But
I couldn't get around with the 11.
I know, because you were using like a 6.5 foot, right? Your 2-weight.
I first did my 5-weight, which was 9.5, but I also have a 6 and.
Oh yeah, 6. Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, I really like a good 9'6", because to me, if a fish is under some canopy that I can't get a fish out of, it's good for him. Like good, I'm gonna keep walking and we're gonna catch another fish somewhere else. Like, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, but I really like a good 12-foot, 13-foot rod. I actually just got one from one of it's called Tanuki Tenkara. I got their Shinobi in the mail today, so I'm really excited about that. I want you, David, to hold this rod. It is like art.
I want to.
Fucking art. Brandon, you got to hold it too. I got to come fishing in New Brunswick in the NB, right?
You come up down some crazy predators. I will let you know there are some. You gotta stay strapped up around here, though. You said that your friend caught a muskie, but there's some muskies around here. Absolute push,
if I ever had anything that large, I would shit myself. I would just literally just let it happen. Like,
yeah. Hey, how long? Like, 7-weight is my longest rod, and it's 9 foot. 9 foot. I think.
Sure.
I know, and you know what I mean. And this on like, you catch buck tuna on this thing. If you're going to, it's a piece.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I know you like target smallies and stuff like that, but like is that your favorite fish to catch?
Smallmouth is my genuine passion. Around here, they're like a lot of dudes really, or a lot of people, I guess, but a lot of people really don't like them. Like there's some people here that if they pick a smallmouth, they'll just cut its head off and throw it back in the water kind of thing.
Why?
Well, they were invasive for a long time.
Oh, sure.
But the thing is, people don't understand, at least in my opinion, climate change, water change, all this, these fish showed up for a reason, and like, this is where they live now. We're not getting rid of them.
Right, sure.
It's the same with muskie around here. If salmon guys end up running into me, they'll just cut the head and throw it back because they claim that they eat it, which is like, yeah, but so does every other fish. A brook trout can come through and eat salmon smolt if it wants.
Correct. Oh, yeah.
And they're here, and they work extremely invasive. They came out of a farm and came into our main river systems, but they were 15 uninvasive and a fish of our area.
Okay.
So it's tough when people just want to get rid of them to get rid of them, you know?
Yeah. So how do you know all this history?
Looked it up.
Look it up. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I think more people need to be like in the know of like their. I'm assuming you're from New Brunswick. Yeah, I mean, just knowing where you're from and appreciating the land and not being ignorant to it, right?
And at the end of the day, it wasn't even like I didn't even start my research in that mindset. It just turned into like.
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Brandon.
Can't hear you at all.
My back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying like I don't keep any fish. I might keep a striped bass, maybe one through the year, but I don't eat fish.
Sure.
So
Well, that's it. I was gonna say it's because you don't like fish.
it is exactly. But I also realize like the more we take out, if you take it out, I can't catch it next month. You know what I mean?
Right. For sure. Yeah.
But again, too, my father is not a huge fan. He was like, when we were on our bachelor party, he came with us, and it's completely illegal to keep salmon here, 100% illegal. And he was like, well, if you get a salmon, we're going to keep it though, right? I'm like, no, we're not. If we get caught, we'll go to jail as poachers. Like, it's not worth it. And there's if
You can also lose your fishing license for a few years.
You can, for real.
No, you'll lose if you get caught keeping a salmon here, you will lose your fishing license forever. They'll never be able to fish again for anything. And not only that, if they run up on you like our salmon rivers, no barbs, no weights.
Yeah.
It's all very ruled. And if you get caught, they'll take your vehicle, they'll take your
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. I don't know.
There's a reason they do it, right? And people think like, oh, well, they're so strict around here. No, there's a reason that they have this mindset. Right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's wild. I think that's awesome, actually.
And someone was just saying their big fish tenkara rod is 70 foot long.
Who said that?
New school tenkara?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, they get up to 20 feet, I'm sure. Like, it's
Epic.
fucking badass. They Tenkara Angler. What's that, Brandon? Sorry.
That's like as long as my house.
You live inside of a house made of Tenkara rods? No, I was going to say Tenkara Angler, I think today or yesterday, just came out with an article about carp fishing and what rod to use for big fish. And I don't know the equivalent between like the lines that you use for spinning rods and like whatever. But I mean, you can really, the pictures that they have of people fishing for these big like carp and muskie and just stripers, right? The rod is bent like in half. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And these rods are like 20 feet long. It's bizarre. It's fucking wild.
That is absolutely fucking wild.
It reminds me of like surf fishing a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've never done it, but sure.
That's it. Wow. On a tenkara?
Yeah. I mean, Zen Tenkara is catching like tarpon and shit like that. It's fucking bizarre.
Wow. Like my understanding is you gotta kind of let it run forever and then
I don't
back
know.
in, let it run, let it back in. Like with tenkara, you can't let it run. It's just
I know.
line.
There's like an art. I think that guy that caught the muskie took 3 hours to get that. Not the muskie. Something
Wow.
took 3 hours. It's bizarre.
I'm gonna let you guys go for the evening. I got a couple things I got to get done, and my dogs are about to get in a fight here. So
Take care, but
I get to join, and much love to my Timber and Fins family. We'll have to do this a little bit more.
Yes,
Yeah,
Brandon. It's nice meeting you.
And also, if anyone has any questions, my chat's not loading, so I'm sorry. Just shoot me a message if you have any questions, guys. All right, love y'all.
See you, Brandon.
wow, Jonathan, that's awesome. I want to see videos of that.
Oh, hi, Jonathan. He's a sweet guy. 28 Brown. I landed yesterday. Yeah, new school. That's right. I love it.
Wow. How
Love
long
it.
does it take to land that?
I'm sure it takes a while. They talk. I don't know if there's like power curves in Western fly fishing, but there's like different like power curves that you can have with tenkara that you can like basically guarantee your as long as you're fishing with the correct rod, you can get any fish in.
So is it like more flexible? Is that what's happening? Like there's more play with it?
Yeah, I mean, just the rods are built to handle bigger fish. I mean, sometimes the rods are really thick. Like I have small hands, but yeah, it just depends. It depends on a lot of. I don't even think any American tenkara company has a rod that's made in America.
Okay.
I think most of them are actually made in China. But I do know some of the American companies are like, I don't know if you call it outsourcing or paying Japanese companies to make their tenkara rods, and they're just making them so well that you can't like go wrong with any rod, because you want to build your company. Each company has their own niche and their own like specific rod line. Like I know Wasatch, I think that's how you pronounce it. It came out like with this Rodzilla. The Rodzilla is what they were catching. My friend Derek caught the muskie on. Ginormous muskie. Which I've never caught a muskie, so whatever. He's out near Erie, Pennsylvania. Put him on a side.
I see landing net. Yes, change the. Okay.
I'm tying these tail tucker nymphs. I'm just tying a nymph that I like to tie with. Nate Camp Kabari taught me how to tie these, and I am addicted to fishing with these. When I see a huge pool, or he fishes them anywhere really, but I really like these flies. And then I was tying up some Sakasa. Are you done tying, David? Are you done?
I've been doing leather work, but I might tie another one.
Are you sewing? Oh yeah, you were sewing. Show us where you were sewing.
I'm just working on a little bomber wallet here.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah, that's for like your bigger flies, right? To keep it for the space.
Yeah, like it will have fur in here, so it won't crush, basically.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Because then you'll put the sheep in there, right? The wool.
Yeah. In the making.
Oh yeah, so New School said he has the Rodzilla. It'll bring in a 15-pound carp.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Although I'm always fishing a blue line, so if I come across a 15-pound carp, I'm just gonna watch it like from afar. I'm gonna go, ooh, that's pretty.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have a few of those wallets. I have the fly bug wallet and the bomber wallet that are designed kind of the same way.
Yeah, he's got some cool stuff going on. If you use my discount code, get a discount. Plus your products, which the Amadou, I am really so interested. I really want a fly dryer from you. But do you put the Amadou? I know you don't have much left of it. Do you put them in your wallets, how does that work?
Only use them in our fly boxes and then in the dry fly.
Oh, in the fly boxes, you put them in the fly boxes, yeah. And then the flies just dry up from the mushroom, right?
Yeah, exactly. It just sucks in the water right away, which is awesome. But right now I'm out of Amadou, so I just have little pieces in there. So I might be able to make one for you, but they're actually
No, that's all right. I don't want to steal things from the general public. I won't be rude.
But it's a really cool material to work with.
Yeah, I mean it's so sustainable because it's literally mushroom, so I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's something that people used to use all the time and kind of is forgotten about. So it's kind of cool to bring it back.
Yeah. No, that's so cool. That's so awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna tie up this EHC that you tied. The only difference that I tied This is actually Nate's like Kabari or one of his camp's dry flies. Is you tie it in the back too, and it sits up. I think you have one of my flies. It's called the Roadrunner.
Okay. So it's like the Alcaracatus, but it's got a tail?
But it's tied in the back. It's literally the Alcaracatus. It's just tied in the back.
Okay.
And it sits like this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm gonna start tying those up next. I used a darker deer fur. Do you have a lot of local fly shops near you?
We have one really good one, which is called Sanmo Natsuru here. It's like an Orvis shop,
Cool.
and it's got like the whole downstairs. It's got a basement where it's just tying materials.
Yeah.
So it's one of the best one I've ever been to, honestly.
No, that's awesome.
There's no way to get in there and not spend too much money.
Oops.
Oh well.
Your fiance will understand, I think.
Don't tell.
She's like, Amanda, stop. She's like, you're not allowed to hang out with her anymore. She tells you to
I
buy
have
too
so
many
many
fishing.
fly tying material now. I should not be allowed to buy more. I think I'm good for now.
Really?
Yeah, I've got boxes and boxes, and I don't get to fly tie enough, so I'm just never gonna get through it.
I think actually.
All right, I'll be back in 1 minute.
All right. I'm just gonna tie up a quick futsu here. I have this leftover, like, just chilling here. Some stiff hackle. Get me on some big fish. I don't know how I feel about big fish. I prefer my tiny creeks, my blue lines, which aren't for everyone, but that's all right. I don't know what this fly is. We're not doing this. The nice thing about fly tying is you can just say nope and put the fly to the side. All right. Let's tie this Camp's Dry, shall we? Everyone's saying hello. Hi, everyone. Just tying up with David. Timber and Fins. Hanging out. The thing about fly tying too is once you have a good foundation of like wraps and understanding where you should keep your thread and where you should keep your feather and stiff hackle versus soft hackle, whatever. It's pretty easy to start just creating some random shit, which is fun. It does get expensive, but that's all right too. It becomes addicting. There we go. I'm also going to be giving away some fly patches that David made as the Timber and Fins name with my Sakasa on it. So yeah, anyone that I'll do a random little drawing, get you guys some flies.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Did you get more beer? Woohoo! Can't believe we've been. I think the chat shut off after like an hour.
Yeah, I think that's what happened earlier.
Initially, so it might actually do it again. since we started at 6:30, or I restarted at 7:30.
Well,
Just FYI.
that's all right. Gonna have to go home at some point.
I know. you have a family.
Actually, my kids were with their grandparents, which is why I'm able to do this. But
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Are they here? Your parents then?
no, my girlfriend's parents, they're in New Brunswick.
Oh, they're far away.
Yeah, we last week we were on vacation. We met up with them, and they left with the kids for the rest of the week,
Fair enough. Cool.
which is great.
Yeah. You deserve a break too. Both of you.
It feels pretty good.
It's a lot at times, I'm sure. That's why you haven't tied for a month.
That's exactly why.
Have people been contacting you for wallets and stuff?
Yeah, I have a few people. The Bomber wallet has been pretty popular.
Cool.
A few people with the Tubefly wallet as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, working on a few new custom products that some clients have been asking for. So
Sweet.
it's been good.
Sweet. You get most of your advertising on Instagram, right? Like most people contact you from Instagram?
Yeah, some of it Instagram, some of it Facebook, some
Cool.
of it through newsletters. But yeah, my biggest following is on Instagram, I guess. Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
trying to find other ways to reach more people.
yeah, for sure. Hopefully, your little team, your ambassador team, is able to keep promoting you, because I wouldn't be endorsing your products if I didn't believe in them. So,
Right.
like we talked about.
Much appreciated.
I don't waste my time. I barely endorse Tenkara rods, let alone like fly leather goods for fly tying, fly fishing.
All right, I'm gonna tie another one.
What are you tying? Okay.
Maybe a variation, but I do need to fill up on those.
If I send you things, even from the States, do you have to pay like an extra charge to get them, or vice versa? Like when you send me stuff?
It actually, like, I'm not sure what all the rules are for duties and stuff. But
Yeah. How does that work?
I haven't had any issues with people in the U.S. having to pay duties on my products.
Okay.
I've gotten stuff from other places that I've had to pay duties, so I'm not sure what all the rules are.
Yeah. That's why I'm like nervous about sending you like flies and stuff. Like I wonder what they would say. I don't want it to like cost you money to get my flies. They're not worth that much.
And it's actually usually based on the price you paid, so it's like a percentage of.
Oh, I see.
So if you write that it's just a gift, usually that's not an issue.
Very good. That's good to know, because I just don't know how this shit works. I don't know.
Wow, 100 fly order. That's a lot of flies.
What's that? Oh,
I'm just looking at the.
yeah. That's the company that makes the Broadzilla.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. They are based out of Utah, I believe.
Okay.
West Coast. A lot of fixed line is based on the West Coast. Unfortunately for me. Because initially when I came over with Tenkara USA from Japan. They're based on the West Coast, so
yeah.
I don't know if it's because they're more open-minded or what. I don't know. But a lot of Tenkara is from there. American Tenkara, anyway.
Yeah.
Hate when my thread breaks. It's killing me. killing me. So depending on the way that the feather or the hackle like takes shape on the fly or the kabari is dependent on what you call him. So Sakasa is the reverse hackle.
Okay.
Jun, Jun, kabari is actually the soft hackle that goes towards the hook, like the actual sharp part of the hook. But this is a futsu. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard to tell. But the futsu is just it just stands up. Yeah. It just stands up.
Is it more of a dry fly or?
Yeah, I mean it is a wet fly because there's nothing's gonna keep this on the water unless I were to go down the whole body with it. But you can because I put a bead head on, it's obviously gonna sink. But just the way that because it's a fixed line, this will move so well in the water. The hackle will create like a really good animation. Yeah, good presentation. That's what I love about Tenkara is it is about the presentation. I mean, you know from fishing small streams and stuff like even with your Western rod, like you don't have to reel and like strip or like do crazy things.
No. I never.
David left. That's all right.